Let me describe a couple to you and tell me if this sounds familiar. They're both working professionals. She's in marketing earning $62,000 a year. He works in IT, making $71,000. Combined household income, $133,000. That places them in the top 25% of earners in America. On paper, they should be thriving. They should be investing heavily, building real wealth, taking vacations without stress, feeling secure. Instead, they're anxious about money. They're living close to paycheck. They have maybe 2 months of expenses saved if nothing goes wrong. When their car needed repairs last month, it went straight onto a credit card. They both work full-time, sometimes more. They're exhausted. They barely see each other during the week, except for a few tired hours at night. And here's the part that doesn't make sense. They did everything they were told to do. They got the degrees. They built careers. They got married, combined finances, bought a house in a good school district. They followed the plan perfectly. So why does it feel like they're sinking? Why does a 6-figure household feel financially fragile? If you've ever looked at your income and thought, we make too much to feel this broke, this is going to connect some dots. 2. The story we were sold. We've been told something simple. 2 incomes are better than 1. It sounds obvious. If one person earning $50,000 can support a family, then 2 people earning $50,000 each should create surplus. That extra income should mean savings, investing, and breathing room. But that's not what happened. What actually happened was something much more subtle and much more dangerous. This phenomenon is called the 2-income trap, a term introduced by Elizabeth Warren in 2003 when she was still a Harvard law professor studying bankruptcy trends. After examining thousands of families who had filed for bankruptcy, she found something surprising. Households with 2 earners were more likely to go bankrupt than single-income households, not because they were careless, because their structure had changed. Most middle-class families relied on one primary income. That single paycheck could purchase a modest home, cover healthcare, support children, fund public education, still allow for savings. And most importantly, it provided flexibility. If the working spouse lost their job, the stay-at-home parent could enter the workforce. The second income wasn't required. It was a safety net. Today, that safety net is already in use. In most married households with children, both parents work. The backup plan is now the operating plan. And when that shift happened, markets adjusted. Housing prices climbed dramatically. Healthcare costs surged. Childcare became unavoidable and expensive. College tuition skyrocketed. The second income didn't create extra wealth. It got absorbed into rising fixed costs. Let's say one partner earns $70,000 and the other earns $50,000. Combined, $120,000. Now isolate that $50,000. First, taxes. Because of progressive tax brackets, that second income is taxed at a higher marginal rate. After federal, state, and payroll taxes, you might keep around $33,000. If you have children, childcare can easily cost $15,000 per year per child. Now you're down to $18,000. Add commuting expenses, possibly a second vehicle, fuel, insurance, maybe $8,000. You're at $10,000. Now consider reality. 2 working adults means less time for cooking, cleaning, and household management. So spending increases more takeout, convenience services, outsourcing chores. That can absorb another $5,000 to $10,000. That $50,000 income may net only a few $1,000s, sometimes less, yet it requires full-time effort, time away from family, and constant stress. Here's where it gets dangerous. You make financial decisions based on gross income, not net. The bank qualifies you for a mortgage based on your combined income. You buy a house sized for 2 incomes. You take on car payments sized for 2 incomes. Now both incomes are mandatory. If one disappears because of layoffs, illness, burnout, or family obligations, the financial structure cracks immediately. In the past, families had margin. Today, many operate at full capacity. That's the trap. What's the alternative? Treat the second income as temporary even if it's not. Build your fixed expenses so one income could carry them if necessary. That means choosing a house below your maximum approval, limiting recurring obligations, avoiding lifestyle expansion just because income rises. Then use the second income to build assets. Emergency savings first, retirement accounts next, then long-term investments. Every dollar saved increases flexibility. Over time, investments begin producing their own income. Now you have options. Now you're resilient. Now, two incomes actually create strength instead of dependency. This isn't about earning more. It's about protecting flexibility. Previous generations often had less income but more room for error. Today, many households earn more but commit every dollar before it arrives. Two incomes aren't powerful if they're both already spoken for. Financial security isn't about income size. It's about how much shock your life can absorb. You can't escape a trap you don't recognize. Now you recognize it. The real question is, are you building a life that depends on both of you running forever? Or one that could survive if one of you stops?